hello, my Jack and my Diane. We are going to try to do a fall tour of the back gardens here at Desert Rose and Sage. We did a whole bunch of stuff today, getting ready for winter, cleaning up all the junk left from all the construction going on this year and last year. But the biggest thing we did today was take out the aspen trees that were in that corner and in that corner. It made me very sad to do that. I loved my aspen trees. But what happened was when I planted them, we were having really rainy summers, and we had temperatures like a good old-fashioned New Mexico weather that I have loved my whole life. But it didn't stay that way the last few years. We've been hitting such high heat. We've had high UV rays. While the trees were still alive, their leaves were being burnt every early summer. And so I decided it would be better off to just take them out and not waste water on them, and not wait till they get so big. It'd be really hard to get them out. So the trees that are left are very, very happy and healthy, and they grow really well here, and they don't need much attention. And then let's see, I've got these raised beds are ready for winter, and these raised beds I'm going to change. They're going to be like the ones we just looked at, because they are not deep enough to actually hold moisture, and they failed miserably this year. So I'm going to be taking those legs off, building the brick up underneath them, taking the bottoms out of them, and then filling that with all dirt so that it has enough depth to hold moisture when we water them. The hummingbird feeders need to get taken down. I've just been too lazy to take them down. The hummingbirds have already left. Let's see, we lost a peach tree. There was a peach tree right here. We took that one out today. It died this year. And we had a small apple tree. Goodness. Jack Jackson, Taylor, Diane Lee, Taylor. Behave. Anyway, the tree here, there's a small apple tree, and it needs to cross-pollinate with that apple tree, but it died, so I will be replacing it with another one in that circle so it has enough room to grow well. So that will be happening next year, or we'll do that this winter. It's always best to plant your trees in the winter, so we'll be doing that. Where I lost my aspen trees, this spring I'm going to be putting in a bunch of sunflowers. It'll cheer that corner up, and they're really good for the ground. And I'm going to try to put some hollyhocks back here against the wall with this rose that I've got back there, which would be lovely. We've cleared out the tomato bed, and then the plantain is doing well in here. And then I've also got an elm tree growing there, and I thought about taking it out, but I kind of like elm trees, and it would be kind of nice to have a shade tree there. So I may just cut a hole in that bamboo for it and let it grow. We'll see. This bed still needs some work. I've really got to fill it and then mulch it so that it'll be good for winter, but I haven't got to that yet. And the flowers are still blooming. It's been a weird, warm, late summer lately. But we're getting processed there. This little lavender stuff did pretty well this year, so I'm hoping they'll go strong for next year. And then what I need to be doing this spring, and that's the plan, is to get all the pathways taken care of, the rest of this brickwork done over there, and a couple more raised beds in. And then where Jack is digging himself a hole, I still haven't quite decided what to do with that space. He has so much fun digging the holes that I kind of hate to take it away from him. So I don't know. I may put some planter boxes in the corners. I'm not sure. We'll think about that this spring. But mainly we're going to be working on pathways so it's nice and even and smooth for me to walk on, because I am kind of like a panda bear. Have you ever seen how they manage? They just fall over everything. They trip over things. They fall off of things. Well, that's just kind of me. So, and I'm kind of tired of having all these injuries. So I am going to be working on smooth, flat pathways next year and the rest of the raised beds that I'm going to want. And that's the plan next year. Also, I moved this fountain up here because it was time to start taking down fountains, and since it's still warm, all the animals really appreciate the fountain. I'm going to leave it right there, and the next year I'm going to put the other one just like a tier up right beside it, because this grass has grown so large and it's lovely, but I couldn't see my fountains this summer because they were all sitting behind it. But for next year, I'm just going to have this fountain and then the other big fountain right next to it. And that's as much of the fountain work in the back gardens I'm going to do. So that's about it. We're about ready for winter. I still haven't finished emptying my water storage, my rain barrels. I've got to do that and turn them over for storage for winter. That's about all I've got left. Hummingbird feeders, some mulch in that one bed, and a few things put away that are out. But I mostly almost have my porch back for use. Kind of how that works, isn't it? We're getting ready for winter, and hey, I can use my porch again. And so I'm hoping next year that we will actually have access, because we've gotten most of the work done out here. And that's pretty much it. I'm not sure what I'm going to do with this bed. I don't know if I'm going to raise it up and do the same thing there. I kind of like it there. It really kind of depends on where we end up putting the grill and all the other stuff. So that will be the season for 2022. No, wait, we're in 2023, aren't we? Oh dear. 2023. I might have an update sometime in the winter. We'll see how the snow does this year, if we get some snow. And I'll definitely videotape that for you. And then early spring, we will be back at it, probably in March. Trimming back trees, starting getting the raised beds put in and ready to go for the year. But I really hope next year I'll be growing lots of things. This year I was able to get all the herbs in that I needed, but not much else did okay. So, but I think next year I can get to it. So hang out with me. Thanks for hanging with me this long. Remember, be gentle with yourselves. There's only one you.